PAL Commerce with Science and Technology classes. Today we will start lecture 6 of Marketing Management of IGNU MCOM classes. Behavior. चलिए देर नो टाइम वेस्ट रेडी टू स्टार्ट. माई सेल्फ महिपाल बघेल एज ए बीन कोचर एंड mentor providing career guidelines to younger student and younger youth about their career development. I am providing mentorship and career guidelines service to younger students. चलिए दे नो टाइम वेस्ट रेडी टू स्टार्ट. आज हम क्या पढ़ेंगे? ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, बिहेवियर, इंट्रोडक्शन, मीनिंग ऑफ वायर्स बिहेवियर, इम्पोर्टेंट अंडरस्टैंडिंग वायर्स बिहेवियर, टाइप्स ऑफ कंज्यूमर, फैक्टर्स इन्फ्लुएंस वायर बिहेवियर, फिजियोलॉजिकल फैक्टर, पर्सनल फैक्टर और कल्चर फैक्टर, और कंज्यूमर वॉइंग डिसीजंस प्रोसेस, द टाइप्स ऑफ वॉइंग बिहेवियर, सिचुएशन, स्टेज वॉइंग डिसीजन प्रोसेस. तो ऑब्जेक्टिव, आज का जो हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव है वो क्या है? डिस्कस द मीनिंग ऑफ वायर बिहेवियर, एनालाइज द इम्पोर्टेंस एंड एप्लीकेबिलिटी वायर बिहेवियर इन दिस फील्ड ऑफ मार्केटिंग, एक्सप्लेन वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ कंज्यूमर एंड देयर बिहेवियर पैटर्न, डिस्क्राइब वेरियस फैक्टर इन्फ्लुएंस वायर बिहेवियर, एक्सप्लेन वेरियस टाइप ऑफ वायर्स बिहेवियर, सिचुएशन, डिस्कस स्टेज ऑफ इन्वॉल्व इन कंज्यूमर वायर्स डिसीजन प्रोसेस. तो इंट्रोडक्शन में क्या है? वन ऑफ फ्यू कॉमन फीचर अमोंग ऑफ अस ऑल वायर्स इररिस्पेक्टिव व्हाट वी आर. we play a vital role in the economy, local, national, international. We need to study behavior to gain insight into our consumption related decisions, like what we buy, why we buy, how we buy, and promotional influence and persuade us to buy. Markets need to adapt, devote their strategy while taking the buyer into consideration. मीनिंग ऑफ वायर बिहेवियर. मीनिंग ऑफ वायर बिहेवियर क्या होता है? वाइल मार्केटिंग प्रोडक्ट फर्म एम्स टू सेटिस्फाइंग द नीड एंड वांट्स ऑफ एक्चुअल एंड पोटेंशियल यूजर ऑफ दैट प्रोडक्ट. What to achieve this? First is to essential to understand the taste, preference, likes, dislike, consumption pattern, process of purchase, the of buyers of that product. You may prefer the bubble toothpaste, Lux toilet soap, and Clinic shampoo, while your friend may prefer the mixed bag toothpaste, Rexona soap, and Sekai shampoo. It is encouraged to note that the buyer preference by food, clothing, book, magazines, secretion banks, store may different, not the only those of your friends but also your neighbors and colleagues. For example, take the case of bank. You may prefer to maintain the saving bank account with the State Bank of India, while your friend may prefer the Central Bank of India. Each buyer is unique. This uniqueness is reflected consumption behavior and pattern, as well as process of purchase. Various experts have defined the buyer consumer behavior differently. According to Shipman and Connock, consumption behavior is the behavior that buyer or consumers display in searching for, purchasing, using, evaluating, and disposing of product and service that they expect will satisfy their needs. Move on has defined it as It has the study of decision-making units and process involved in the acquiring, consuming, disposing of goods and service, experience and ideas. Various experts Various experts have defined the word consumption behavior differently. According to Simon, a consumer behavior is the behavior that buyers or consumers of product and service that expect will satisfy their needs. Moore had defined it as the study of decision making units. Units added the process involved in acquiring, the consuming, and disposing of goods and service, experience, and ideas. Both both the above definition while behaviors say more or less the same thing except Shipman and Cossack used to boil, whereas Moore has used the term decision making units. Here, decision making units mean to group of people in the family who may be involved in the purchase of process instead of an individual. So, behavior occurs either for the individual or in the context of group. Friends may influence that kinds of clothes or person wear, and organizations people the job make decision as to which products or firm should use. From the definition, we can identify three three phases of voyeur behavior as follows. Three phases of voyeur's behavior as follows: इक्वेशन फेज, कंजप्शन फेज, डिपोजिशन फेज. यानी तीन फेज हैं. थ्री फेज ऑफ वॉयर बिहेवियर एज फॉलोज: इक्वेशन फेज, सेकंड कंजप्शन फेज, थर्ड होता है डिस्पोजिशन फेज. इक्वेशन फेज क्या होता है? दिस रेफर्स टू हाउ द वॉयर्स एक्वायर द प्रोडक्ट एंड सर्विस फॉर द कंजप्शन. मच ऑफ द रिसर्च इन द वॉयर बिहेवियर हैज फोकस ऑन द इक्वेशन ऑफ फेज. When in investigation or equation phase, marketers should analyze the factors that influence a product and service choice of buyers or consumers. Consumption phase. This refers to how the buyers use or consume the product and service. Here, the marketers should analyze the how buyers actually use product or service and the experience that the buyer obtained from such use. Investigation is important both for tangible product as well as services. Disposition phase. It refers to what works with the product once they have completed its use. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. Importance of understanding buyer behavior. बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट होता है किसी मार्केट में सफल होने के लिए. इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग बायर बिहेवियर. बायर का, कस्टमर का क्या बिहेवियर रहता है. ऑल इन मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटजी एंड टैक्टिक्स आर बेस्ड ऑन एक्सप्लेस्ड बिलीव्स अबाउट बायर बिहेवियर. द स्टडी ऑफ बायर हेल्प्स फर्म ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इम्प्रूव देयर मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटजी बाय अंडरस्टैंडिंग इशू सच एज हाउ बायर्स थिंक फील, how buyers think, feel, reasons and select between different alternative brand products. How is the buyer influenced by her environment, culture, family, sign, media. Help in understanding the behavior of buyer display while shopping or making other marketing decisions. How buyers motivation and decision strategy differ between products that differ in their level of importance or interest that they entail for buyers, and how marketers can improve their promotional campaigning and marketing strategy to target buyers more effectively. There are four main applications of buyers behavior which are discussed below. The most obvious is marketing strategy for marketing better than marketing decision. For example, by understanding that buyers more respect to food advertising when they are hungry. We learn schedule when advertisement late in the afternoon. A second application is public policy in the 1980s when accurate near miracle cure of resulted in birth defect in presence women फेडरल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन। चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं। सोशल मार्केटिंग इन्वॉल्व्स गेटिंग आइडिया। सोशल मार्केटिंग इन्वॉल्व्स गेटिंग आइडिया अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड rather than selling something, understanding why behavior will help in espousing for social marketing involves getting the idea across the world rather than selling something, understanding why behavior will help the espousing for social causes such as planned family, provision, equality of girl child, government agency. With the help of why behavior knowledge may develop appropriate promotional strategy for greater acceptance for social causes. As a final benefit, studying of voice behavior should make the better voice common sense of suggest, for example, that if you buy 200 ml liquid bottle laundry detergent, you should pay less per ml. If you broke 200 ml bottle in practice, however, you obtain the size premium by buying the larger quality. In other words, in the case of knowledge, this fact will sanitize you the need the check unit cost level to determine if you really getting bargain. क्वेश्चन है टाइप्स ऑफ कंज्यूमर कितने टाइप के होते हैं? द टाइप्स ऑफ कंज्यूमर पीपल परचेज थाउजेंड ऑफ प्रोडक्ट एंड सर्विस फॉर देयर कंजप्शन and use. They may purchase these products and service different purpose and they may have myriad objective. So the form consumer is often the describe two different kinds of consumer entity. यानी कंज्यूमर को दो भागों में बांटा गया। फर्स्ट क्या है हमारा पर्सनल कंज्यूमर, सेकंड होता है हमारा ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल कंज्यूमर। फर्स्ट कौन से होते हैं हमारे पर्सनल कंजप्शन, यानी जो वॉय करते हैं पर्सनल कंजप्शन के लिए। सेकंड क्या होता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कंजप्शन के लिए। पर्सनल कंज्यूमर वाई द गुड्स एंड सर्विस फॉर हर own use, the shaving cream, shampoo, lipstick, at for use of household, TV, VCR, family. In each of above goods are brought for final use by individuals who are referred as end user, ultimate users. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कंज्यूमर्स क्या होता है? ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कंज्यूमर क्या होता है? ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कंज्यूमर कैन बी प्रॉफिट और नॉट प्रॉफिट बिजनेस, गवर्नमेंट एजेंसी, इंस्टीट्यूशंस, स्कूल, कॉलेज, हॉस्पिटल. In each of above examples, we know that product or service are being brought in order to run the organizations. For example, travel agency purchasing a computer and printer so as to render service. They sell buyer and users. Buyer and users, buyer are not always the user. The only users of the products they use or not their necessary persons who make the product selection decisions. Individual buy products for themselves, their family. The person who makes the actual purchase decision may be used, non-users and only users. For example, mother may use toy her children. Actual users, she may buy the food for dinner and may be one of the users, or she may buy the handbag or lipstick and may be users. Marketers have decided to whom direct their promotional efforts, buyer or user. For some products, they must identify persons who is most likely to influence the decisions. We will discuss the various role played by family members in the purchase decision in section dealing dealing with factors influencing buyer behavior. Factors influencing buyer behavior. Factors influence buyer behavior. The central question for marketer is how do consumers respond in various marketing efforts company might use. The company that really understand how consumers will respond to different product, feature, price, advertising appeals has a great advantage over its competitors. For a clear understanding of the various factors influence buyer behavior, the simultaneous responsive model of buyer behavior can be considered a starting point. According According to this model, the marketing other simultaneously enter the consumer black box. The produce certain response marketing consists of 4 P's. 4 P's products क्या होते हैं हमारे? Price, place, promotion, product. Other include the major force and events where environment, economic, technological, political, culture. ये एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर होते हैं. All these inputs enter the buyer's black box where they are turned into the set of observed buyer response. Product choice, brand choice, dealer choice, purchase, timing, purchase, amount. तो मार्केटिंग में क्या होता है हमारा? मार्केटिंग हम प्राइस, प्लेस, प्रमोशन, प्रोडक्ट और अदर मार्केटिंग. तो मार्केटिंग हम क्या देखते हैं? मार्केटिंग में प्राइस, प्लेस, प्रमोशन, अदर में इकोनॉमिक, टेक्नोलॉजिकल, पॉलिटिकल, कल्चरल. वायर ब्लैक बॉक्स. जो वायर ब्लैक बॉक्स क्या होता है? वायर डिसीजन प्रोसेस, वायर रेस्पॉन्स. वायर रेस्पॉन्स कैसे पता चलेगा? प्रोडक्ट चॉइस, ब्रांड चॉइस, डीलर चॉइस, परचेज टाइमिंग, परचेज अमाउंट. जो वायर का रिस्पॉन्स है वो हमें कैसे पता चलेगा? प्रोडक्ट चॉइस, ब्रांड चॉइस, डीलर चॉइस, परचेजिंग टाइमिंग, परचेजिंग अमाउंट. फिजियोलॉजिकल फैक्टर में इन्फ्लुएंस करने वाले फिजियोलॉजिकल फैक्टर क्या होते हैं? फिजियोलॉजिकल फैक्टर. कंज्यूमर्स आर बीइंग इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय नंबर ऑफ फिजियोलॉजिकल फैक्टर in the purchase of various products and services. These factors influence consumers in different way. Some factors may influence one or more, some less. The influence of these factors may vary from from the time. These are the 4 physiological factors in which influence buyer behavior. These are the motivations, perception, learning, belief, attitude. Factors influencing buyer behavior. Factors influencing buyer behavior. Factor influencing buyer behavior क्या होता है? पर्सनल फैक्टर, कल्चर फैक्टर, सोशल फैक्टर, फिजियोलॉजिकल फैक्टर. यानी हमारे फैक्टर्स इन्फ्लुएंसिंग बायर बिहेवियर 4 फैक्टर होते हैं. 4 फैक्टर कौन से होते हैं? फिजियोलॉजिकल फैक्टर, सोशल फैक्टर, कल्चर फैक्टर, पर्सनल फैक्टर. फिजियोलॉजिकल फैक्टर क्या होता है? मोटिवेशंस, परसेप्शन, लर्निंग, बिलीफ्स. और पर्सनल फैक्टर क्या होते हैं? एज, लाइफ साइकिल स्टेज, ऑक्यूपेशन, इकोनॉमिक सर्कमस्टेंसेस, लाइफस्टाइल एंड पर्सनैलिटी. कल्चरल फैक्टर्स क्या होते हैं? कल्चर, सब कल्चर, सोशल क्लास. सोशल फैक्टर्स क्या होते हैं? रेफरेंस ग्रुप, फैमिली, रोल एंड स्टेटस. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. मोटिवेशन क्या होता है? ए कंज्यूमर मे बी इंटरेस्ट टू बाय द स्पेसिफिक प्रोडक्ट और सर्विस. वन क्वेश्चन कम्स द माइंड दैट he or she wants to buy this product or service. The possible answer is that he or she is motivated to buy this product. Then what is the motivation? We may define the motivation as the driving force within the individual that impels them it to take action. This driving force is produced by the state of tension which exists as the result of unfulfilled need. Individuals try both consciously and unconsciously to reduce the tension through behavior they anticipate will be fulfill their needs and thus relieve them for a stress they may feel. The specific goals they select and pattern of action they undertake to achieve their goals are the result of individual thinking and learning. Whether great whether gratification is actually achieved depends on the course of action being pursued. For example, if high school boy expects to become a great cricket player while wearing the same of brand sports shoes Sachin Tendulkar wear, he is likely disappointed. If he takes cricket lesson and practice diligence, he may succeed. Physiological have developed theory of motivation. Two of the most popular motivation factor relevant in this context void behavior. आरबीएम मैसेलो हर्ची। चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं। Freud physiological theory personality. According to this theory, which is considered to be modern physiological much individual personality item from the fundamental conflict between a person desire great this physical needs and the necessity of function as a responsible member of society. This struggle is carried out among the three subsystems of personality. This subsystem is called super and ego. The idea was conceptual responsibility, primitive and imperative. Basic physiological needs such as thirst, hunger, sex, of which individual seeks immediate gratification with concern of specific means gratification. Define the perception of process through which individuals select, organize, and interpret information into the meaningful and coherent picture of the world. Perception is an individual process. It depends on the internal factors such as person beliefs, experience, needs, moods, expectation. The perception process is also influenced by the characteristics of simultaneous such as its size, color, intensity, and context which is received. People can form different perception of the same simultaneous because of four perception process. Selective perception. These selective exposure, selective alteration, selective retention, selective distortion. तो selective exposure क्या होता है? Everyday people are exposed to great number of simultaneous, including marketing. One study indicates that type of consumer is exposed more than 1,000 ads per day. Since it is impossible to pay attention all these, most of the screen research has. Second क्या था? Selective attention. This occurs when the consumer chooses the focus on attention on certain similarity while excluding other. For example, out of the large number of the advertisement a consumer is exposed, he perceives or turns to few advertisements. This means advertising must make consideration effort get their message noted. Advertising often use the creative aspect of their ads. Gain consumers' attention. For example, some of advertise set their ads from the other, showing their products in color against the black and white background. Personal factor क्या होते हैं? Avoid decisions are also influenced by personal characteristics. They include age, life cycle stage, occupation, economic circumstances, Lifestyle personality. Age life cycle stage. People change the goods and services they buy over their lifetime. For example, we all rely on some parts, some sorts of baby foods during infancy. Most other foods during the growing years may rely on a spec diet in later years. The clothes that we wear, furniture we buy, recreation, all age related. Because the product need interest often vary with consumer age market. Because product needs interest often vary with consumer and markets have found age particularly huge demographic variable. Many marketers have carved themselves a niche in the marketplace by concentrating on the specific age segment. For example, Cartoon Network channel on the cable is aimed at children. Viewing is also shaped by the stage of family life. Cycle the stage through the which family mass might pass, they mature over time. The basic assumption underlying the family life cycle approach is that most families pass through orderly progression of stage, each with their own characteristics, financial situation, and purchasing pattern. Each stage in family life cycle poses a serious problem which the family decision makers must solve. For example, young married couple with no children have time for relaxation, yeah, recreation. They may consume ticket on cinema, thereafter restaurant meals. Each stage present unique need, wants, as well as financial condition, experience. Occupation, the importance of occupation as society class indicator is highlighted by the fact we often size people by inquiring about it. A person occupation affects a goods and service work. Marketers frequently think terms specific occupation when defining a target market for their product or broader occupational category. Truck drivers, auto mechanics may earn much as young retail executive or college teacher, but the buying pattern of the first two are likely to be different from the second two because of differing attitude of and interest. Thus, occupation may be more meaningful criteria than the income in segmenting some market. A company may even specialize in marketing product needed or by given occupational group. For example, a computer software company design software engineers, accountants, lawyers, doctors, managers. इकोनॉमिक सर्कमस्टेंसेस. इकोनॉमिक सर्कमस्टेंसेस क्या होता है? A person economic situation may greatly affect product choice. People alone do not make the market. They must have money to spend. Consequently, income distribution is one of the most commonly used ways for segmenting consumer markets. Markets should analyze the spending pattern of people at different income level. Marketers of income sensitive goods closely watch trend in personal income, saving and interest rate. If economical indicators point to recession, marketers can with steps redesign position prints their products. लाइफस्टाइल क्या होता है? People belonging to same subculture, social class, occupation may exhibit different life cycle. Lifestyle is defined simple as how one lives in the world, which is expressed in his activity, interest, and opinion. It influences all the aspects of our consumption behavior. It is influenced by the factors such as culture, values, demographic, subculture, social class, reference group, family, individual. Characteristics such as motive, emotion, and personality, individual, household. Both have lifestyle. Our desired lifestyle influence our needs and attitudes, and thus our purchase use behavior. Boys are seldom explicitly aware of the role lifestyle plays in their the purchase decision. For example, sometimes poor family who pursue an active lifestyle may think it appropriate to serve cold drink to their guests or instant coffee because of its convenience, since time is important in active lifestyle. The technique of measuring lifestyle is known physiographic. It is a science of using physio, sociology, orthology, and demographic to understand the wire. Physiological can help the market fine tune its offering to meet the need of different segment. Physiological research attempt to place consumer on physiological as opposed to purely demographic dimension. Different segment physiographic research attempts to place consumers on the physiological as opposed to purely demographic dimension. Physiological research has been heavily embedded by marketing practitioners in the promotion of such diverse group of product AT&T services. Personality क्या होता है? Marketers have long been intrigued by the possibility of appealing consumer in terms of personality trait. They have felt that what consumer purchase and when and how they consume are likely to influence by the personality factor. For this reaction, advertising and marketing people have frequently depicted specific personality traits and characteristics in their advertising message. Personally refer to those inner physiological characteristics that both determine and reflect how a person responds to his her environment. The emphasis in this definition is inner characteristics, those specific quality, attribute, traits, factor, and mannerism that distinguish one individual from the other individual. The deeply ingrained characteristics that we call personality are likely to influence the individual's product choice and even the certain brand choice. They also affect the way consumers respond to firm professional efforts when, where, and how they consume particular product or service. Therefore, identification of specific personal characteristics associated with voyeur behavior may highly useful in the development for market segment strategy. सोशल फैक्टर क्या होता है? इन एडिशन टू फिजियोलॉजिकल एंड पर्सनल फैक्टर, वायर्स बिहेवियर इज इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय सोशल फैक्टर. दीज सोशल फैक्टर इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय द वायर in different way. For some product influence of social factor is quite pronounced and other it may be that pronounced. Important social factor will have certain varying on voice, behavior, reference group, family, social role, status. तो reference group में क्या है? A reference group is any person or group that use serve as a point comparison for individual forming either general or specific value, attitude, behavior. From the voyeur behavior perspective, reference group are groups that serve as frame of reference for individual in their purchase or consumption decision. This may consist of all the groups that have direct face-to-face indirect influence a person's attitude or behavior. Reference group can be classified in terms of personal membership or degree of involvement with the group, as well as terms of the positive or negative influence they have on his her values, attitude, behavior. These groups are follows: a contractual group, second a aspirant group. Contractual group क्या होता है? This is a group in which a person holds membership or has a regular face-to-face contract and of whose value, attitude and standards and approves. The contractual group is likely to have concurrent influence on individual attitude or behavior. This group includes friends, family members, neighbors, company, work. As a personal group. In this group, a person does not hold membership and does not have face-to-face contract, but wants to be member. Thus, it often serves as positive influence on that person's attitude or behavior. Young people. Young people would like to associate as well as like to emulate sport heroes. A disclaimed group. In this group, a person holds membership or has face-to-face contract but disapprove of group value, attitude, or behavior. Thus, a person tends to adopt attitude, behavior that in opposition to norms of the group. For example, neighborhood friends who have dropped out of the school. An avoidance group. An avoidance group क्या होता है? In this group, a person does not hold membership and does not have face-to-face contract, and of whose value, attitude, and behavior of he or she disapprove. Thus, a person tend to adopt attitude, behavior that are in the opposition to those of group. Reference group and type and influence. द टाइप ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस में क्या होता है? टू टाइप्स होते हैं इन्फ्लुएंस के, पॉजिटिव इन्फ्लुएंस एंड नेगेटिव इन्फ्लुएंस. पॉजिटिव इन्फ्लुएंस मेंबरशिप ग्रुप में क्या होता है? कॉन्टेक्चुअल ग्रुप होता है और डिस्क्लेमेंट ग्रुप. और नॉन मेंबरशिप ग्रुप में क्या होता है? एस्पेशनल ग्रुप और अवॉइडेबल ग्रुप. If a marketer come to know that their product and brand are susceptible to strong group influence, they must figure out how to reach opinion leader in these product area with their marketing message. Opinion leader are people within the reference group who, because of special skills, knowledge, personality, or other characteristics, the exert influence on other. Opinion leaders are found in all area and strata of society, and one person may be an opinion leader in certain product area and opinion follower in other. Therefore, marketer must try to identify the personal characteristics of opinion leader in their respective product area and then find out what media they use so that they may direct marketing message to them. Family. सेकेंड होता है फैमिली ऑफ ओरिएंटेशन. फैमिली क्या होता है? ये फैमिली इज ए ग्रुप ऑफ टू और मोर पीपल रिलेटेड बाय द blood marriage or adoption living together in a household because of strong bond or close continuous interaction. Family members may strongly influenced by behavior during their lives. Many people belong to at least two types of family. Family of orientation. The world's parents make up family of orientation. Even if boy no longer interact very much with her parent, the parent can still significantly influence boy unconscious behavior. Country like India, where parents continue to live with their children and their influence can be profound. Family of procreation. It consists of the boy, her spouse and children. It expert more direct influence every day by boying behavior. The family is the most important consumer buying organization in society, and it has been researched extensively. Marketers are specifically interested in the relative roles and influence and of husband, wife, and children on the purchase of large variety of products and services. Research has shown that husband-wife involvement varies significantly across the different product category and stage of viewing the process. Market have acknowledged the role of family in general. Involvement of husband-wife in the purchase decision making process in particular. However, one of the trick problem of marketers is to figure out who makes purchase decisions for household. The problem being that there rarely consensus among couples themselves. The information about who influence the purchase decisions within a family setup serve as the basic input in designing the marketing, communication, and subsequently in media selection. Researchers who work on the role and influence of family in the purchase decisions have classified family decisions marketing, husband dominant, wife dominant, joint, equal or synergetic, and autonomic, individual, solitary, unilateral. Research on family member Research on family member influence by durable goods buying is more abundant than the frequently purchased item. Even a casual observer would be probable agree that important one-time purchases are likely to involve more than one household member. In contrast to non-durable purchase of durable goods are often preceded by progression of interrelated decisions and activity through the time. Husbands, wives, and children have more opportunity to become involved at one or more steps in the process. One can presume that family members are also more motivated to participate since the purchase of an automobile, for example, often precluded after equation gives family budget constraints. Understanding consumer selecting target market क्या होता है. An important aspect family decision making is the role played and family members in the purchase of various products and services. There are 9 distinct roles in the family decision making process which provide insight into how family members interact in their various consumption related roles. Initiators, influencer, gatekeeper, decider, buyers, preparers, users, maintenance, disposers. Initiators क्या होता है. Family members who first recognize the need and start purchase and process. Influence, family members who influence the alternative evaluated criteria considered on the final choice. Gatekeepers, family members who control the house of information about product or service into family. It is generated the individual. Initiator क्या होता है. Family members who first recognize need, start, purchase, process. Influencer क्या होता है. Family members who influence the alternative, evaluate the criterion considered and the final choice. Gatekeepers क्या होता है. Family members who control the flow of information about product or service into the family. It is generally individual who has expertise and interest in particular purchase. Deciders, family members with the power to determine unilaterally or jointly whether do solve the for purchase, use, consume, or dispose of specific product or service. Buyers, family members who make the actual purchase of particular product or service. Prepares family members who transform the product into form suitable for consumption by other family members. Users, family members who use the consume a particular product or service. Maintainer, maintainer family members who service or repair the product so that it will provide continued satisfaction. Disposers, family members who initiate or carry out the disposal, discontinuation or particular product or culture factors. कल्चर फैक्टर्स क्या होते हैं? कल्चर फैक्टर्स एक्सेट broadest and the deepest influence on why behavior. The marketer need to understand the role played by why culture, subculture, and social class. Let us teach factor on detail. Culture is the complex culture that complex whole which influence knowledge, belief, and at our morals, customs, and my other capability habits acquired by human as members. Members of society in the context wise behavior we may define the culture as some total of learner beliefs, values, custom that serve to direct the why behavior of member of particular society. It is the most basic cause of persons wants and behavior. Human behavior largely learned growingly up in the society. A child learn basic value, perception, was and want and behavior from the family, other important institutions. Nature and culture influences such that we seldom aware of them. One behave, think, feels in manner consistent with the other members. Culture because it seems natural and natural right natural or right to do so. Culture typically evolves and the change slowly over time. However, there can be major change during the relatively short time periods due to rapid technological advance, conflicts between the existing values, exposure to another culture's values, dramatic events such as for marketing managers must understand both the existing culture values and the emerging culture values of the society they serve. They must be always try to support culture shift in order to imagine new product that might be wanted. Some culture trends affected by the growing behavior of Indian consumer influence the following. Gender role. Gender role are losing their identity. Greater concern about the health and fitness has created huge industry for exercising equipment, clothing, low calorie food, health and fitness service. There has a shift towards informality. It has resulted in more demand of casual clothing, sports shoes, lighter and entertainment. There is an increased desire for leisure time. It has resulted in more demand for convenience product service such as microwave, fast food in metros. In metros, two-income family are becoming the norms. Some view that the necessity achieve the reasonable standard of living that it also bound to affect their ability to buy, choice of products, time available for the purchase and consumption. सब कल्चर क्या होता है? इन एनी सोसाइटी हेट्रो in any society heterogeneous as the one in India, there are bound to be subculture are grouped in a culture in the exhibit characteristics behavior patterns sufficient to distinguish them. from the other group within the same culture. The behavior pattern distinguishes subculture are based on the factors such race, nationality, religions, urban, rural identification. A subculture takes on importance in marketing if it is constitute a significant part of population. Specific purchasing pattern can be traced to it. Each subculture has different attitude, beliefs, customs, language that must be taken into consideration by firm attempting to sell to them. Social class क्या होता है? Social class is a ranking within the society determined by the members of society. Social class are relatively permanent and ordered division in the society whose members share similar values, interests, behavior. Social class not determined by the single factor such as income but is measured as combination of occupation, income, education, wealth, other variable. The lines between social class and are normally not fixed. Regular people belonging to one class of social can move a higher class or lower class. Marketers are interacted in social class because the voice behavior of people is strongly influenced by the class to which belong or which they aspire. Social class is not an indication of spending capability, rather it is the indication of preference and lifestyle. For example, young manager might be having the same income as that middle-aged foreman in steel factory, but they probably have quite different family background, taste, and aspirant. Social have the income with the number of social classification where they have divided social five or nine division. We provide the 5 division classification social class below. Upper middle class, lower middle class, upper class, lower class. कंज्यूमर बॉइंग डिसीजन प्रोसेस क्या होता है? वेरियस फैक्टर्स दैट इन्फ्लुएंस बॉइंग द बिहेवियर. अंडरस्टैंडिंग द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ दिस फैक्टर इज इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर द marketers for designing effective marketing strategy. However, this is not sufficient. Markets should also develop an understanding of how consumer actually make their buying the decision. Understanding buying decisions process requires the knowledge of three things. Firstly, marketers should find out their respective product category, roles played by different family members in the buying decisions process. Secondly, type of buying the behavior consumers display in different buying situations. Finally, the different stage through the which consumer goes through in the buying of decision process played different role plays various family members in the context of family influence on buying behavior. Therefore, in the section we will discuss different buying situation stage buying decision process. The types of buying behavior situation. Marketers are required to know that consumer decision making varies with the type of buying behavior in different buying situations. Buyer decision making process varies considerably if the buying is shop, clothing, scooter, personal computer, or major home appliance. In general, buyers are highly involved when purchasing complex and expensive product. More members of family are expected to take part in the decision making process. Consumer decision making is also influenced by whether the consumers perceive significant differences among the available brand in a specific product category or not. Based on these two dimensions, degree of voice involvement and the degree of difference among the brand, Hassel, a consumer behavior specialist, has identified following the four types of voice behavior situation. Complex. Complex Complex buying behavior. In this situation, firstly, buyer highly involved with the product as product is expertise, buying infrequently risky. And self-expressive. Secondly, buyers perceive significant difference between the available brand. Therefore, buyers first develop about the product attitude about it. Finally, market through choice. Knowing marketers can help educate words about the product attribute, differentiate and describe the brand features, and motivate store personnel and other influence, and final brand choice. The dissonance reducing buying behavior. Here also words are highly involved with the purchase, but they are may consider most brand in the given price range as being similar in the product attributes. The situation also occur in the case expensive, infrequently purchased product. Variety seeking buying behavior. This situation applies how the involvement products. However, buyers perceive significant differences among the available brand in the product and categories such as biscuit, ice cream. Here the buyers may switch brand because they want variety and not of because dissatisfaction. Mostly buyers have some beliefs about the product, choose the brand with the little evaluation and later the evaluate product during the consumption. Marketers should therefore try to encourage habitual buying behavior, dominating retailer shelf space, keeping the shelves fully stocked, running reminder advertisement, resorting consumption, sales promotion, campaign. Habitual buying behavior. This situation applies to how involvement product as well as where the buyers do not perceive significant difference among the available brand. Here the products are low cost and purchased frequently. Buyers keep buying the same brand out of habit, not because of brand loyalty. Buyers make decisions on the basis of brand familiarities. Marketers of such products should try to create brand familiarities by advertisement, repetition with a competitive pricing and frequent consumer sales promotion company. These four buying behavior situations are shown. हाई इन्वॉल्वमेंट, लो इन्वॉल्वमेंट. हाई इन्वॉल्वमेंट कब होगा? सिग्निफिकेंट डिफरेंस बिटवीन द ब्रांड. इनसिग्निफिकेंट डिफरेंस बिटवीन द ब्रांड. सिग्निफिकेंट डिफरेंस बिटवीन द ब्रांड तो हमारा हाई इन्वॉल्वमेंट में कॉम्प्लेक्स बॉइंग बिहेवियर. इनसिग्निफिकेंट डिफरेंस बिटवीन ब्रांड द डिसोनेंस रिड्यूसिंग द बॉइंग बिहेवियर. लो इन्वॉल्वमेंट में वैरायटी सीकिंग बॉयर बिहेवियर, हैबिचुअल बॉइंग बिहेवियर. स्टेज इन बॉइंग डिसीजन प्रोसेस. स्टेज इन बॉइंग डिसीजन प्रोसेस क्या होता है? वॉयर्स मेक लार्ज नंबर ऑफ बॉइंग डिसीजन देयर द डेली लाइफ. मार्केटिंग सेवी कंपनी रिसर्च कंज्यूमर. बॉइंग डिसीजन प्रोसेस इन्वॉल्व इन देयर पर्सपेक्टिव प्रोडक्ट कैटेगरी. Marketing aspects have developed 5 stage of model of buying decision process which has been shown in figure. The 5 stage of buying decision. These stage फर्स्ट होता है प्रॉब्लम रिकॉग्निशन. यदि बॉइंग में कोई प्रॉब्लम होती है हम इसको रिकॉग्नाइज कर लेते हैं. सेकंड पे इंफॉर्मेशन रिसर्च, इन्फॉर्मेशन सर्च की आती है. थर्ड पे इवोल्यूशन ऑफ अल्टरनेटिव. यदि कोई अल्टरनेटिव तो उसका इवोल्यूशन क्या आता है. फोर्थ पे एक्चुअल परचेज डिसीजन, एक्चुअल में परचेज हुई नहीं हुई वो दिया जाता है. लास्ट में पोस्ट परचेज बिहेवियर, यदि बाद में परचेज किया जाएगा उसका बिहेवियर चेक किया जाता है. तो फर्स्ट क्या हो? प्रॉब्लम रिकॉग्निशन और नीड, एब्यूजल, इंफॉर्मेशन रिसर्च. थर्ड होता है इवोल्यूशन ऑफ अल्टरनेटिव. फोर्थ होता है एक्चुअल परचेज डिसीजन, पोस्ट परचेज बिहेवियर. ये हमारे 5 स्टेज मॉडल ऑफ कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर प्रोसेस है. तो जो फर्स्ट स्टेज है हमारी, फर्स्ट स्टेज ऑफ रिक्वेशनल नीड, और दिस स्टेज स्टार्ट्स व्हेन एवर कंज्यूमर sees significant difference between his or her current state of affairs and some desired ideal state. Consumer perceives there is problem solved, which may be small or large. Simple context: the problem recognition is experienced because the people have needs unsatisfied. Need create tension, discomfort, acquire or consuming good and service satisfying some of needs. Many experts are the view that needs factors both internal external to individual. Marketers need to identify circumstances that activate a particular need. Gathering information from the number of consumers, marketers can identify the most frequent reasons that can kindle an interest in product category. On the basis of this knowledge, they may develop marketing strategies that trigger consumer interest in the product. सेकेंड क्या होता है, इंफॉर्मेशन रिसर्च. इंफॉर्मेशन को रिसर्च क्या आता है, ए कंज्यूमर हु इज द स्टेट द नीड एरोजुअल मे और मे नॉट गो फॉर इंफॉर्मेशन रिसर्च. If the consumer need is strong enough and satisfying product is readily available, consumer is likely to buy it immediately. However, in many situations, the approach consumer they engage in more information research. Consumer may engage in two types of information search depending on the intensity of need. These are highlighted attention and activate information search. In the first scale of consumer becomes more receptive of information which comes him about the product which may satisfy the need. For example, an average consumer may pay more attention advertising various brand or products. अंडरस्टैंडिंग कंज्यूमर, सिलेक्टिंग टारगेट मार्केट. इसमें पर्सनल रिसोर्सेज होते हैं, कॉमर्शियल पब्लिक सोर्स होते हैं, एक्सपीरियंस सोर्स होते हैं. इंफॉर्मेशन रिसर्च प्रोसेस. ब्रांड बिलीव्स होता है, ब्रांड इमेज होती है, यूटिलिटी फंक्शन होती है. इवैल्यूएशन प्रोसेस फॉर क्राइटेरिया. Stage 4 actual purchase decisions. This stage is culmination of the earlier stage. Evaluation of alternative. Once consumer has evaluated various alternative brands through the some evaluative criteria like she forms some brand preference within the choice set. This leads to information purchase intention. The consumer is now likely to take the actual purchase decisions. For most preferred brand, what sometimes two factors may comes between the purchase intention and actual purchase decisions. These factor attitude of other unanticipated situation. Factors. If these two factors go in favor of title consumer brand intentional, then the words may purchase the most preferred brand. However, if they go against the most preferred brand, the buyer is likely to change his or her intention and may purchase another brand from among his or her choice. How much another person's attitude will affect buyer's choice depends on the both on strength of other person's attitude towards the buying decision and buyer's motivation is comply with the wishes of other unanticipated situation factor. If they are adverse, then they may also go against purchase preferred brand. Understanding consumer, selecting target market. तो पोस्ट परचेज बिहेवियर क्या होता है, एज इंडिकेटेड इन द मॉडल ऑफ बाइंग डिसीजन प्रोसेस द मार्केट जॉब डज नॉट हेयर. आफ्टर द परचेज कंज्यूमर में एक्सपीरियंस either satisfaction or dissatisfaction with the product or service. This has bearing on viewing the future behavior with the regard to purchase of the same product if same needs arise. Therefore, if the buyer will engage in the post-purchase behavior which has implication to the dissatisfaction या satisfaction of buyers is function of two things: void expectation या product perceived performance after the purchasing and using the product. If the buyer finds the product performance is below the expectation, buyer is dissatisfied. If the performance equals the expectation, buyer is satisfied, and performance exceed the expectation, the buyer is highly satisfied or delighted. These feeling of satisfaction influence buyer future purchase decision. Satisfied buyers more likely to purchase again. बॉयर में टू कैटेगरी आती है, सेटिस्फाइड बॉयर और डिससेटिस्फाइड बॉयर। जो सेटिस्फाइड बॉयर होंगे वो रिपीट परचेज द्वारा खरीदेंगे, परचेज अदर ब्रांड सेम कंपनी, और जो अदर ब्रांड है वो भी खरीदेंगे सेम कंपनी के। इंगेजिंग वॉर्म, टेक पब्लिक एक्शन। जो डिससेटिस्फाइड बॉयर होंगे वो टेक पब्लिक एक्शन लेंगे, टेक प्राइवेट एक्शन, और प्राइवेट एक्शन भी लेंगे। टेक पब्लिक एक्शन में क्या लेंगे? कंप्लेंट टू कंपनी को कंप्लेंट करेंगे। टेक पब्लिक एक्शन में कंप्लेंट टू कंपनी, गोज टू कोर्ट, कंप्लेंट टू गवर्नमेंट, कंज्यूमर ग्रुप्स। टेक प्राइवेट एक्शन में क्या होता है? स्टॉप बाइंग ब्रांड, यानी कि वो ब्रांड माल खरीदना बंद कर देंगे। द मे नॉट परचेज अदर ब्रांड फ्रॉम कंपनी, और उस कंपनी का अदर ब्रांड खरीदना भी बंद कर देंगे। इंगेज इन WOM, ये वॉयर्स पोस्ट परचेज एक्शन था। चलिए ये एंड हो चुका है। यदि वीडियो पसंद आए तो आप लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए। तब तक के लिए बाय बाय दोस्तों। जय हिंद, जय भारत, वंदे मातरम, भारत माता की जय।